self-reflect that bit. But one thing that I do see quite regularly, going from national level down to the domestic, I I can see in my day-to-day life the effect that I have on my environment. And so I have 5 kids and a wife of 16 years now. And I like telling this story because it makes me look bad. But there was this one particular day where we were in an elevated discussion, my wife and I, and
It's a good euphemism.
yes,
An elevated discussion.
yes. And it was one of those moments where, and I think anyone who's been married or in any kind of relationship really has had these moments where something rises to your mind to say, and this is not the thing to say.
But you say it.
And it was nothing. It was nothing horrible, of course. But it was not the right thing to say, and it was a moment of weakness, and I just let that fly out of my mouth. And again, it wasn't horrible, it wasn't demeaning, but it wasn't kind either. And I watched as those words left my mouth like a wind, and hit my wife on the face and left a small cut just on her upper cheek, as if you had taken a razor and just did a quick little nick right there. And a little drop of blood came down from that spot. And so immediately, of course, I'm like, I'm sorry, I should not have said that. And she, my wife's an easygoing person, so she's like, oh, it's fine, no big deal. And I said, no, I should not have said that. That was not kind. I am sorry. And I watched as that little cut just healed from one end to the other, and even the drop of blood ran back up and went into the wound and closed completely. And so I'm very much a human being, so I'm not aware of that 24/7 at all times, or in the heat of the moment if I'm upset or sad or whatever else. I don't always remind myself to look for stuff spiritually, or even necessarily trust myself to interpret it correctly or not to my own advantage in a given moment. But I do try to be in tune with that awareness of how, or rather, that's one of the things I've noticed that I've been able to be more aware of, is how do my actions and the way that I carry myself and what I believe affect my environment, my family, my relationships.